business at the speed of heck. Anybody think things are going a little bit faster than they were yesterday? As far as business goes? Shake your head this way so I know you're still awake. Okay. Tonight, we're going to talk about that. That's exactly what business owners and small business folks have been doing about marketing in the past. And they'll probably continue doing it on a lesser scale in the future. And I'm going to tell you what is coming as customers in the very near future. What they're doing now and what the tools are that they're going to have to work with, that you're going to be using to get your message to them in the future. Does that sound all right? Everybody ready? Okay. Just one moment while I pull the magic thing up. Look at that. Local business marketing at the speed of thought. Are you ready? So, yesterday I'm talking about static media, things that once you put it out, it doesn't change at all. You have a hard time changing it. Sometimes it's going to be out there with maybe a 6-month lead time, and that's going to be there for a year. Anybody know what that is? Anybody heard of that? Like a phone book? Yellow pages, things like that. We'll get into that. Then we're going to talk about the mobile media. That's what's going on today. Sometimes they call that, well, let's see, Facebook is one of them. Facebook, that's a social network, for those of you folks that haven't got there yet. Okay. But it takes some preparation to get ready for that. So I'm going to make an offer for a marketing checkup to see if your company is ready to deal with business at the speed of thought. Now, here's yesterday's static media and some issues with each one of them. So I'm just going to display all of them one at a time. Direct mail, everybody know what direct mail is? Okay, you get that all the time, right? What do you do with it?
Trash.
It goes, here's 3 piles here. One pile is bills, you put it over here. The other one, I recognize that name, it sounds interesting, so I'll keep it. And the biggest pile is right over here, right? So I'm saying that's the round file. Then we have newspapers. Get those every day in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. When I pick up my newspaper, you know what I do with it? First of all, I want to find out who's winning. So what section do I go to? The sports section. You'll always find somebody there that's winning something. That makes me feel good. The next section is maybe the opinion, politics, and things like that. That kind of, and gets my juices running a little bit more. And then finally, this is a secret that I don't tell too many people about. It's the obituary column. Just to check and make sure the name's on there. Then we have the yellow pages. This is the one I was talking about just a minute ago. 6 months preparation time to get it submitted. Then they put it together and you've got it there for a year. And maybe you'll have a little tiny population that you're advertising to. That's what I use mine for. I've been using for that for several years now. Just a good old doorstop while I'm bringing the groceries in on one of the honeydews that I get involved in. Telemarketing. Anybody ever sit down at a dinner table, have somebody call on the phone just as you're getting ready to go? You can raise your hands if you like. Okay. I go by what Jerry Seinfeld, is that his name? The Seinfeld strategy. Anybody know what that is? He gets in a conversation, says, hello. Says, well, what's your name? He said, well, how do you spell your name? Says, and what's your address? And where's that at again? Can I have your phone number? He gives me the 800 number. He said, I don't want your 800 number. I want your home phone. I said, what do you want my home phone for? So I can call you at home. And he tells me, he says, I don't want you calling me at home. He says, now you've got the right idea. The next time you call her, I'm passing this over to my lawyer. So that's the Steinfeld solution. Television, very expensive, and now, I'm really behind in the technology part of this thing. I've heard of these things, I haven't used them yet. My son has one, and my grandson, he gets a football game on there, but he always starts a half hour late. And by the time he passes through all the commercials, it's right on time, so he can wait another half hour. Lead time to get off commercial. Just goes right on through these things with this thing called TiVo or DVR or something like that. Anybody have that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys are right with me now, right? Okay. Final thing here is this new thing called email. Anybody have email? Most of you have email, right? What happens if you send a whole bunch of them out at once? You want to get your message out? A lot of times it gets blocked, right? So your message does what? Just doesn't go anywhere. No one gets your message. So I call these yesterday's static media. I'm getting your message out so that people can come in and buy your stuff. Now, going from this to today's mobile media. These are all social network sites. Folks, this is where the people are. Each one of these things is a specialty of some industry, like an industry organization where people get together and network, but it's online. You may never meet them in person, but you get to know them, get to know what they like, what they like to do and so forth. Most of them maybe have, or many of them anyway, will have a population of a small nation. That is until you get to Facebook. How many know what the population of Facebook is?
500 million.
500 million. How big a nation is that?
Half of China.
You're putting your arms like that.
That's part of my presentation.
That's part of your presentation. No. We're coordinating things here. Now let me tell you what the kids do with this. I don't want to bias anybody on this thing, but today I got what is it on my, some sort of page. I set this thing up 2 years ago, and I went into it today, and I had all these things on my wall. They call it a wall. From 4 of my grandkids, 3 of my kids, and some people I had no idea I knew. Okay? And they all said one thing: "Happy birthday." Do I hear it?
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Now, that's where you find people. That's where you're going to find people. The next thing is the tools they use. This is a do not leave home without it list. The new one. Keys, your wallet, your phone. Those are merging together. Pretty soon on your phone, you'll be able to connect all these places. Take a quick look at that. That kind of cover things. Wait till you see the next. This is Google. See all the, I went out and bought this thing tonight, so I'm going to use it. See all these things right here? That's Google Map. See the AB3? See all these little guys right here? That's where all of the, what is it? All the maid services in Omaha are located. Google went out and got all of the addresses and names of everybody, every small business, put it up, and that's where these things are at. You click on one of these guys, and you're going to get a little web page. All it has is the basic information. All you have to do is go in and claim it, and you can start operating that web page. It's all yours, and it's free, and there's about 85 million of these things out there. So this is what that little web page looks like. Put pictures on it, get your ads on it. This is your payment system. You go into one of these stores that were selected, and you start scanning your things that you buy into your cell phone. You go up and scan it over to the, that's the new, this thing right here is the new register. That goes up to something called PayPal, they go to your bank, get the money, and then send it back to the store. That's some statistics that's coming up. They say they're going to have free smartphones pretty soon because the carriers are going to be getting a little bit of that money on the transactions. And if you're ready for it, fine. If you're not ready for it, stop on by and I'll help you with a little marketing checkup. Free of charge. This is Toastmasters.